Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to reflect on a prize that stands as one of the highest honors in our world, the Nobel Peace Prize. It is not just an award, it is a symbol of hope, courage, and the relentless pursuit of a better world. It represents the aspirations of humanity to live in harmony, to resolve conflicts without bloodshed, and to build bridges where walls once stood. Peace is a concept that transcends the mere absence of war or conflict. It is not simply the quiet that follows the clamor of battle, nor is it just the cessation of hostilities. True peace is far deeper, more profound, and more enduring. It is a state of being that touches the very core of our humanity, a reflection of our highest ideals and our deepest longings. At its heart, peace is the presence of justice, where fairness and equity prevail in the interactions between individuals, communities, and nations. It is the assurance that each person, regardless of their background, race, or creed, is treated with dignity and respect. In a world at peace, there is no room for oppression, discrimination, or exploitation. Instead, there is a shared commitment to the well-being of all, ensuring that every individual has the opportunity to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Peace is also rooted in compassion, the ability to see and respond to the suffering of others with empathy and kindness. It calls us to reach out to those in need, to heal the wounds of division, and to build bridges of understanding between people of different cultures, beliefs, and perspectives. In a peaceful society, compassion is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength, uniting us in our common humanity. Furthermore, peace is the result of understanding that goes beyond mere tolerance. It is the deep recognition that, despite our differences, we are all connected by our shared hopes, dreams, and struggles. Understanding fosters dialogue and cooperation, allowing us to resolve conflicts not through force or coercion, but through mutual respect and a willingness to listen. When we truly understand one another, we can work together to create solutions that benefit all, rather than just a few. Peace, then, is not something that can be imposed from the outside. It must be cultivated from within. It begins in the hearts of individuals who choose to live by principles of justice, compassion, and understanding. These individuals become the building blocks of peaceful communities, and in turn, these communities form the foundation of peaceful nations. It is a process that requires continuous effort, patience, and a steadfast commitment to the values that sustain it. In essence, peace is the embodiment of harmony within ourselves, with each other, and with the world around us. It is the fulfillment of our deepest aspirations for a life that is not only free from fear and conflict, but rich in meaning, connection, and love. And while the path to peace may be long and arduous, it is a journey worth undertaking, for in peace we find the true essence of what it means to be human. Sacrifice is an integral component of the pursuit of peace, a cornerstone upon which lasting harmony is built. It is not merely a word or an abstract concept, but a profound and often difficult choice that individuals and communities must make to achieve a greater good. The role of sacrifice in the quest for peace cannot be overstated. It is the bridge that connects our ideals with reality, transforming lofty aspirations into tangible outcomes. At its core, sacrifice in the context of peace involves the willingness to let go of personal desires, ambitions, or comforts for the sake of the greater good. It requires individuals to place the well-being of others above their own, to consider the collective needs of society over their own immediate interests. This kind of sacrifice is often challenging, as it demands a level of selflessness that runs counter to the instincts of self-preservation and personal gain. Historically, the most enduring examples of peace have been achieved through great sacrifices. Leaders who have championed peace often endured personal hardships, faced persecution, and even risked their lives to bring about change. Their sacrifices were not in vain. They laid the groundwork for future generations to live in a world that values peace over conflict, unity over division. These individuals understood that the path to peace is not an easy one, and they were willing to pay the price for the greater good. Sacrifice in the pursuit of peace also extends to communities and nations. It requires the relinquishment of long-held grievances, the willingness to forgive past wrongs, and the courage to move forward without seeking retribution. This kind of sacrifice is perhaps the most difficult of all, as it involves overcoming deep-seated animosities and letting go of the desire for revenge. Yet it is essential for breaking the cycles of violence that perpetuate conflict and for paving the way for reconciliation and healing. On a broader scale, sacrifice in the name of peace may also mean the allocation of resources toward initiatives that promote understanding, education, and development, rather than towards the machinery of war. It calls for investments in diplomacy, dialogue, and humanitarian aid, often at the expense of immediate economic or political gains. This kind of sacrifice reflects a long-term vision for a peaceful world, one that recognizes that true security is not found in weapons or walls, but in the strength of our shared humanity. Moreover, the role of sacrifice in peace-building often requires a redefinition of success and progress. It challenges the notion that power and wealth are the ultimate goals, suggesting instead that the true measure of a society's greatness lies in its ability to nurture peace and justice. This shift in perspective necessitates sacrifices on a societal level, where policies and practices are aligned with the principles of equity, fairness, and compassion, even when doing so may seem counterintuitive or unpopular. Sacrifice also plays a crucial role in personal transformation, which is a fundamental aspect of creating a peaceful world. It involves the inner work of letting go of ego, pride, and the need to be right, and instead embracing humility, patience, and a willingness to dare. This personal sacrifice is often the first step toward building the kind of character that can contribute to peace on a larger scale. It is a recognition that peace begins within and radiates outward, and that the sacrifices we make on a personal level are essential for the collective good. In the end, the role of sacrifice in the pursuit of peace is a testament to the fact that peace is not a passive state, but an active, ongoing process. It is something that must be nurtured, protected, and often fought for not with weapons, but with the courage to make sacrifices for the sake of something greater than ourselves. It is through these sacrifices that we lay the foundation for a world where peace can truly flourish. Nonviolence is one of the most potent forces in the world, a principle that has shaped the course of history and transformed societies. It is a power that transcends physical might, rooted not in the ability to dominate or destroy, but in the strength to resist oppression and injustice through peaceful means. The power of nonviolence lies in its moral authority, its capacity to win hearts and minds, and its ability to create lasting change without perpetuating the cycles of hatred and violence that plague humanity. At its essence, nonviolence is an active form of resistance, a deliberate choice to confront injustice not with weapons or aggression, but with courage, dignity, and steadfast resolve. It is a refusal to be complicit in the violence of the oppressor and a commitment to uphold the principles of justice and human dignity, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Nonviolence does not mean passivity or weakness, rather, it requires a profound inner strength and a deep conviction in the righteousness of the cause being pursued. The power of nonviolence is most evident in its ability to expose the moral failings of those who use violence to achieve their ends. When confronted with a nonviolent resistance, the oppressor is forced to reveal the true nature of their actions, often resulting in a shift in public perception. The stark contrast between the peaceful actions of the oppressed and the violent responses of the oppressor can galvanize support, both locally and internationally, for the cause of justice. This moral clarity is a powerful tool in the struggle for change, as it highlights the inherent injustice of the oppressor's actions and rallies others to the side of the nonviolent movement. Nonviolence also has the power to unify. It brings together people from different backgrounds, beliefs, and walks of life under a common banner of peace and justice. In a nonviolent movement, the focus is not on destroying the enemy, but on building a coalition of individuals who are committed to creating a more just and equitable society. This inclusive approach can transcend divisions of race, religion, and nationality, fostering a sense of shared purpose and collective responsibility. The power of nonviolence lies in its ability to forge solidarity among diverse groups, turning potential adversaries into allies. Moreover, nonviolence empowers the oppressed by giving them a means of resistance that does not rely on the same tools of domination used by their oppressors. It is a way to assert one's humanity and demand justice without resorting to the dehumanizing tactics of violence. Through nonviolent resistance, individuals and communities can reclaim their agency, demonstrating that they will not be defined by the violence inflicted upon them, but by their unwavering commitment to justice and peace. This empowerment is a key aspect of the power of nonviolence, as it enables the oppressed to take control of their own destiny and challenge the status quo in a way that is both effective and morally justifiable. The power of nonviolence is also evident in its ability to break the cycle of retaliation and revenge that so often fuels conflict. Violence begets violence, creating a spiral of retribution that can continue for generations. Nonviolence, on the other hand, seeks to disrupt this cycle by refusing to respond to violence with more violence. It offers a way out of the destructive patterns of conflict, providing a path toward reconciliation and healing. By choosing nonviolence, individuals and movements signal their commitment to a future where peace and justice prevail, rather than one mired in endless cycles of violence and retribution. Another aspect of the power of nonviolence is its ability to inspire and sustain hope. In the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, nonviolent movements have the power to ignite the imagination and stir the conscience. They remind us that change is possible, that even the most entrenched systems of oppression can be challenged and overturned through the collective efforts of ordinary people committed to extraordinary principles. This hope is not naive or unfounded. It is rooted in the historical reality that nonviolent movements have succeeded where violent ones have failed, often achieving lasting change that endures long after the struggle has ended. Finally, the power of nonviolence lies in its capacity to create a more just and peaceful world. Unlike violence, which often leaves behind a legacy of bitterness, division, and further conflict, nonviolence seeks to build a foundation for lasting peace. It addresses the root causes of injustice rather than merely treating the symptoms, and aims to create a society where all people can live in dignity and security. Through nonviolence, we can envision a world where conflicts are resolved through dialogue, mutual understanding, and respect for the inherent worth of every human being. Leadership is more than a position of authority or a title. It is a calling, a profound responsibility that demands not just the ability to guide others, but the moral courage to stand for what is right, especially in the face of adversity. The call to leadership, particularly in the pursuit of peace and justice, is one that requires a deep commitment to principles, a willingness to make difficult decisions, and an unwavering dedication to the well-being of others. At the heart of this call is the recognition that true leadership is not about power or control, but about service. It is about putting the needs of the community above personal ambition and leading by example in a way that inspires others to follow. Leaders are those who are willing to step forward when others hesitate, to speak out when silence is easier, and to act when action is required, even at great personal cost. This kind of leadership is driven by a sense of purpose that transcends self-interest, rooted in a desire to create positive change in the world. The call to leadership in the context of peace building is particularly challenging, as it often involves navigating complex and deeply entrenched conflicts. It requires leaders to be both visionary and pragmatic, able to articulate a compelling vision of a better future, while also understanding the practical steps needed to get there. This balance between idealism and realism is essential, as it allows leaders to inspire hope and confidence in their followers, while also maintaining the credibility and trust necessary to bring about real change. Anger is one of the most intense and immediate emotions we experience. It's like a fire that ignites suddenly, sometimes without warning. And if not controlled, it can consume everything in its path. When we are angry, our bodies react, our heart rate increases, our palms sweat, and our minds race. In these moments, we feel an overwhelming urge to speak, to express our frustrations, to defend ourselves, or to lash out at those who have wronged us. However, it is precisely in these moments that silence becomes our greatest ally. Why silence? Because silence gives us space to think, to reflect, and to regain control. Anger clouds our judgment and distorts our perception. What may seem like a grave offense in the heat of the moment may, upon reflection, reveal itself to be a misunderstanding or a minor issue. By choosing silence, we give ourselves the opportunity to see the situation more clearly. We step back, take a deep breath, and allow the intensity of our emotions to subside. Silence also prevents us from saying things we do not mean. Words spoken in anger are often sharp, cutting, and meant to wound. They can cause deep, lasting hurt, not only to the person they are directed at, but also to ourselves. The sting of regret over harsh words can linger long after the anger has passed. When we choose silence, we avoid the need to apologize, the pain of seeing the hurt in someone else's eyes, and the challenge of repairing damaged relationships. Moreover, silence in moments of anger is a sign of strength and maturity. It takes courage to hold your tongue when every part of you wants to speak out. It takes strength to resist the urge to retaliate when you feel wronged. It takes wisdom to know that silence can speak louder than words. By choosing silence, we demonstrate that we are not controlled by our emotions, but rather we are in control of them. We show that we have the inner strength to rise above the situation and maintain our dignity. Silence also gives us the power to respond rather than react. Reaction is immediate, often fueled by emotion, and can lead to further conflict. Response, on the other hand, is thoughtful, deliberate, and seeks to resolve rather than escalate. When we are silent, we create a pause, a moment to consider the best course of action. We can choose our words carefully with the intent to heal rather than to harm, to build rather than to break. In relationships, whether personal or professional, silence in moments of anger can be a protective shield. It preserves the bond we have with others by preventing the erosion caused by angry words. It shows respect for the other person and for ourselves. It communicates that we value the relationship enough to not let a moment of anger define it. In silence, we find the space to reflect on our own emotions. Why are we angry? What has triggered this response? Is there a deeper issue that needs to be addressed? Silence allows us to look within, to understand ourselves better, and to grow. It is a moment of self-awareness and self-improvement. To be silent in moments of anger is to practice restraint, to exercise control, and to choose wisdom. It is to understand that while anger is natural, how we deal with it is a choice. Silence is that choice. It is a choice to protect our peace, to safeguard our relationships, and to honor our integrity. In the heat of anger, when words are ready to spill out, choose silence. Let it be the calm in the storm, the pause that refreshes, the stillness that brings clarity. Silence is not empty, it is full of power, peace, and potential. Choose silence, and you choose a path that leads to understanding, reconciliation, and strength. In our fast-paced world, where information flows constantly and rapidly, there is a strong temptation to speak up and voice our opinions without fully understanding the situation at hand. Whether in personal conversations, social media interactions, or public discourse, the pressure to comment, react, or take a stand can be overwhelming. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that the wisdom of silence becomes invaluable. Choosing to be silent when you don't have all the facts is not a sign of ignorance or weakness. It is a demonstration of wisdom, prudence, and respect for truth. Speaking without complete information can lead to misunderstandings, false accusations, and unnecessary conflicts. When we act on partial knowledge, we risk making judgments that are incorrect or unfair. This can damage reputations, strain relationships, and create an atmosphere of distrust. Silence allows us to avoid these pitfalls. It gives us the time to gather more information, to ask questions, and to seek the truth before forming conclusions. In a world where rumors and misinformation can spread like wildfire, silence acts as a barrier that prevents the flames from igniting. Moreover, silence in the absence of facts protects our credibility. When we speak out on matters we do not fully understand, we risk being seen as unreliable or uninformed. Our words may carry less weight, and our opinions may be dismissed. In contrast, when we choose to remain silent until we have all the facts, we demonstrate that we value accuracy and truth. We build a reputation for thoughtfulness and integrity, and people come to trust our words when we do speak. Silence preserves our reputation and enhances our influence. Choosing silence when we lack information also reflects humility. It is an acknowledgement that we do not know everything and that we have more to learn. This humility opens the door to learning and growth. It allows us to listen to others, to consider different perspectives, and to expand our understanding. In silence, we become students open to new knowledge and insights. We move away from the arrogance of thinking we have all the answers and embrace the journey of continual learning. In times of crisis or conflict, silence can be a stabilizing force. When emotions are high and tensions are escalated, speaking without full knowledge can further inflame the situation. Rash statements and uninformed opinions can escalate conflicts and make resolution more difficult. Silence, on the other hand, provides a space for calm and reflection. It allows emotions to cool and paves the way for a more reasoned and thoughtful response. By choosing silence, we contribute to peace rather than conflict. Furthermore, silence when lacking all the facts is an act of respect for the truth, for the people involved, and for the gravity of the situation. It shows that we value the truth enough to seek it out, that we respect those involved enough to not spread misinformation, and that we take the situation seriously enough to approach it with care and consideration. Silence communicates that we are not driven by the need to be heard, but by the desire to understand. In the age of instant information, silence can feel countercultural, but it is a powerful and necessary discipline. It allows us to resist the urge to react impulsively and to choose our words carefully. It gives us time to gather evidence, to analyze, and to reflect. Silence is not an absence of response, it is a strategic pause that prepares us for a more informed and impactful response. When faced with uncertainty or incomplete information, choosing silence is a sign of wisdom. It shows that we are not governed by the need for immediate answers, but by a commitment to finding the right answers. Silence allows us to honor the truth, to respect others, and to maintain our integrity. It is a choice that prioritizes knowledge over noise, understanding over opinion, and truth over haste. Gossip is a subtle but powerful force that can corrode relationships, damage reputations, and sow discord. It often starts innocuously, a whispered comment, a seemingly harmless speculation, but it quickly grows, spreading like a virus. Engaging in gossip may provide a temporary sense of camaraderie or superiority, but its effects are ultimately destructive. Choosing silence in the face of gossip is not only wise, but also essential for maintaining integrity, respect, and trust in our relationships and communities. When we encounter gossip, the urge to participate can be strong. It can feel like a way to connect with others, to bond over shared secrets, or to be included in a conversation. However, by choosing silence, we resist the temptation to engage in behavior that can harm others. Gossip often involves speaking about someone who is not present, making it impossible for them to defend themselves or clarify misunderstandings. This can lead to the spread of false information, character assassination, and the erosion of trust. By remaining silent, we refuse to contribute to this cycle of harm. Silence in the face of gossip also protects our own integrity. When we participate in gossip, we reveal something about our character. We show that we are willing to talk behind someone's back, to share private information, or to judge others without knowing the full story. This can lead others to question our trustworthiness and may make them wary of confiding in us. On the other hand, when we choose silence, we demonstrate that we value respect and confidentiality. We show that we are trustworthy and that we can be relied upon to keep confidence and honor the privacy of others. Moreover, silence acts as a barrier that can stop gossip from spreading. Gossip thrives on participation. It needs willing listeners and contributors to keep it alive. When we choose silence, we deprive gossip of the oxygen it needs to spread. Our silence sends a clear message that we do not support or condone such behavior. It signals that we are not interested in negative talk about others and that we do not wish to be part of conversations that bring others down. This can discourage others from gossiping around us and can help to create a more positive and respectful environment. Choosing silence when others are gossiping also shows respect for those being talked about. Even if the person being discussed is not present, our silence honors their dignity. It shows that we do not wish to participate in conversations that would make them uncomfortable if they were present. It communicates that we value people enough to not speak ill of them behind their backs. By refusing to gossip, we uphold the principle of treating others as we would want to be treated. We show that we are committed to fairness, kindness, and empathy. Additionally, silence in the presence of gossip is a sign of self-discipline and self-control. It takes strength to resist the urge to join in, especially when gossip is presented as juicy or interesting. It requires us to exercise control over our impulses and to choose our words or lack of words carefully. This discipline is a reflection of maturity and wisdom. It shows that we understand the power of words and that we are willing to use that power responsibly. Silence, in this case, is not passivity. It is an active choice to do what is right, even when it is difficult. Lastly, choosing silence when others are gossiping is a way of setting a positive example. People often take cues from those around them. When we choose to remain silent, we set a standard for others to follow. We show that it is possible to engage in conversations without tearing others down, to connect without sharing secrets, and to be part of a community without participating in negativity. Our silence can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of respect, integrity, and kindness. By choosing silence when others are gossiping, we protect our own character, honor the dignity of others, and contribute to a culture of trust and respect. Silence in these moments is a powerful statement of who we are and what we stand for. It is a choice that upholds our values and fosters positive, healthy relationships. In a world filled with constant noise, distractions, and the rush to make our voices heard, the art of listening is becoming increasingly rare. True listening requires more than just hearing the words being spoken. It involves being fully present, giving undivided attention, and genuinely seeking to understand the other person. Silence plays a crucial role in this process. It is the foundation of effective listening, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level and to gain insights that might otherwise be missed. The eagle's vision is its greatest asset, enabling it to see its prey from up to 5 kilometers away. This incredible sight is not just a physical trait, but a powerful metaphor for the clarity and foresight required to achieve success. Vision is more than just seeing. It's about understanding and planning for what lies ahead. It is about having a clear, compelling picture of the future that you want to create. To achieve success, you must have a clear vision. This vision acts as a guiding star, directing your actions and decisions. Without it, you can easily become distracted by the minor details and lose sight of what truly matters. A strong vision provides direction and purpose, helping you stay on course even when the journey becomes challenging. It is your internal compass, keeping you aligned with your goals and dreams. Vision also fuels passion. When you have a clear vision, you are excited and motivated to work towards it. This passion is what drives you to wake up early, stay up late, and push through obstacles. It gives you the strength to endure hardships and the energy to keep moving forward. Passion ignited by a strong vision is the fire that burns within, driving you to achieve what others might consider impossible. Having a vision helps you prioritize your actions. It allows you to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters. In a world filled with countless opportunities and distractions, a clear vision enables you to say no to what is not aligned with your goals. It helps you concentrate your time, energy, and resources on activities that bring you closer to your vision. This focused approach ensures that you make steady progress and avoid wasting time on things that do not contribute to your success. A compelling vision also has the power to attract others to your cause. When people see that you have a clear and strong vision, They are more likely to support and follow you. Vision inspires others and creates a sense of shared purpose. It unites people, bringing them together to work towards a common goal. The more compelling and inspiring your vision, the more people will be drawn to it, and the stronger your team will become. Vision is about foresight. Just as an eagle scans the horizon, anticipating the movements of its prey, you must look ahead, anticipating future trends, opportunities, and challenges. Foresight allows you to prepare and position yourself for success. It enables you to see opportunities before others do, and to avoid potential pitfalls. By developing foresight, you can adapt to changes and navigate the ever-evolving landscape of life and business. In conclusion, vision is the key to success. It provides clarity, direction, and purpose. It fuels passion, prioritizes actions, inspires others, and offers foresight. By cultivating a clear and compelling vision, you can rise above the ordinary, achieve extraordinary success, and create a future that surpasses all expectations. Remember, just like the eagle, you must always keep your eyes on the prize, no matter how far away it may seem. Eagles are renowned for their unique ability to rise above the storm. While other birds seek shelter during tumultuous weather, the eagle embraces the storm, using the wind currents to soar higher. This trait is a powerful metaphor for how we should approach the challenges and adversities in our lives. Instead of running from difficulties or succumbing to fear, we should face them head-on and use them to our advantage. Rising above the storm is about seeing opportunities in challenges and transforming obstacles into stepping stones for success. When faced with a storm, the eagle does not cower in fear or hide, it confronts the storm boldly. This boldness is a critical characteristic of successful individuals. Life is full of storms, financial crises, health issues, personal conflicts, and more. However, these storms are not meant to destroy us, but to make us stronger and wiser. By facing adversity, we build resilience, develop character, and learn valuable lessons that prepare us for future challenges. Every storm we encounter is an opportunity to grow and become better versions of ourselves. Rising above the storm also requires a change in perspective. Instead of seeing the storm as a threat, the eagle sees it as a means to reach greater heights. This shift in perspective is crucial for success. Challenges should not be seen as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and advancement. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. By viewing difficulties as opportunities, we become more proactive, resourceful, and solution-oriented. We start to see the hidden opportunities in every challenge and the potential for growth in every setback. Another important aspect of rising above the storm is the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. The eagle does not panic when the storm approaches, it remains calm and calculated. This composure is essential for making wise decisions and taking decisive actions. When we panic, we make impulsive decisions that can lead to mistakes and setbacks. However, by staying calm and focused, we can think clearly, analyze the situation, and make strategic decisions that help us overcome the challenges. Rising above the storm also involves harnessing the power of the storm to propel ourselves forward. The eagle uses the storm's winds to gain altitude and reach greater heights. Similarly, we can use the energy from our challenges to drive us towards our goals. Adversity often brings out the best in us, pushing us to tap into our inner strength, creativity, and resourcefulness. It motivates us to work harder, think smarter, and strive for excellence. By harnessing the power of adversity, we can achieve remarkable success and accomplish things we never thought possible. Lastly, rising above the storm is about perseverance and endurance. Storms do not last forever, they eventually pass. The eagle knows this and endures the storm with the knowledge that clear skies are ahead. Similarly, we must have the perseverance to weather the storms of life, knowing that they are temporary. Success is not about avoiding challenges, but about enduring them with strength and determination. By persevering through adversity, we build the endurance needed to sustain long-term success. In essence, to rise above the storm is to embrace challenges, change our perspective, remain calm, harness the power of adversity, and persevere through difficulties. By adopting the eagle's approach to storms, we can transform our challenges into opportunities and soar to new heights of success. The eagle's ability to maintain intense focus is one of its most remarkable traits. Once it locks its eyes on its prey, it never wavers, keeping its gaze fixed until the target is captured. This focus is not only essential for the eagle's survival, but is also a powerful lesson for us. In a world filled with distractions, staying focused is a critical skill that can determine the difference between success and failure. Maintaining focus requires discipline, clarity of purpose, and the ability to prioritize what truly matters. Focus begins with having a clear goal or objective. Just as the eagle identifies its target with precision, we must define what we want to achieve. Clarity of purpose gives direction to our actions and decisions. It helps us understand what is important and what is not, enabling us to concentrate our efforts on tasks that move us closer to our goals. Without a clear goal, our efforts can become scattered and ineffective, leading to wasted time and energy. Distractions are everywhere, and they come in many forms: social media, unnecessary meetings, trivial tasks, and even well-meaning friends and family. The eagle does not allow itself to be distracted by other birds or movements around it. It stays locked on its target. Similarly, to achieve success, we must learn to say no to distractions. This requires self-discipline and the ability to set boundaries. It means being able to prioritize our time and focus on high-value activities that contribute to our goals. Another aspect of staying focused is the ability to maintain concentration for extended periods. The eagle can hover and keep its eyes on its prey for long durations without losing interest. This level of concentration is necessary for deep work, the kind of work that leads to breakthroughs and significant accomplishments. In our fast-paced world, attention spans are shrinking, and the ability to concentrate is becoming a rare skill. However, those who can cultivate deep focus will have a significant advantage in achieving success. Focus also involves managing our environment to minimize distractions. The eagle soars high above the ground, away from the noise and chaos below. To stay focused, we need to create an environment that supports concentration. This could mean finding a quiet place to work, turning off notifications, setting specific times for deep work, or even organizing our workspace to reduce clutter. By controlling our environment, we can enhance our ability to focus and increase our productivity. Furthermore, staying focused requires mental discipline. Just as the eagle is relentless in its pursuit, we must be mentally strong to maintain focus, especially when faced with challenges or setbacks. Distractions often come disguised as difficulties that make us question our path or abilities. However, the eagle does not give up on its prey. At the first sign of difficulty, it continues to pursue until it succeeds. Similarly, we must develop the mental toughness to stay focused on our goals, even when things get tough. Staying focused is about persistence and consistency. The eagle's success is not just due to its ability to focus momentarily, but its persistence in maintaining that focus. Success is not a one-time event, but a result of consistent and persistent efforts over time. This means showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying committed to our goals. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum leads to progress. By consistently staying focused, we move closer to our goals with each passing day. In summary, staying focused is about having a clear goal, managing distractions, cultivating concentration, controlling our environment, developing mental discipline, and being consistent in our efforts. By learning from the eagle's unwavering focus, we can improve our ability to stay on course and achieve the success we desire. Known for their independence and solitary nature. Unlike many other birds that fly in flocks, eagles prefer to fly alone or with a select few of their kind. This behavior reflects a powerful principle about the path to success. Sometimes you must be willing to fly alone to reach the heights you aspire to. Flying alone is about embracing independence, self-reliance, and the courage to pursue your goals, even if it means walking a path less traveled. The decision to fly alone often begins with a deep understanding of one's purpose and vision. Eagles do not waste time mingling with other birds. They are clear about their mission and act accordingly. Similarly, to achieve success, you must have a clear sense of direction. This clarity helps you make decisions that are aligned with your goals, even if they require you to stand apart from the crowd. Knowing your purpose gives you the strength to pursue your dreams, regardless of whether others join you on your journey. Flying alone also means being comfortable with solitude. It requires a certain level of self-awareness and inner strength. Many people fear being alone because it forces them to confront their thoughts and insecurities. However, solitude can be a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. It allows you to reflect, plan, and develop a deeper understanding of who you are and what you want to achieve. By embracing solitude, you can cultivate the inner strength needed to overcome challenges and stay true to your path. Independence is another crucial aspect of flying alone. Eagles are self-reliant. They hunt for their food, build their nests, and protect their territory. They do not depend on others for survival. In the same way, achieving success requires a high degree of self-reliance. It's about taking ownership of your life and not waiting for others to solve your problems or make decisions for you. Independence fosters a sense of responsibility and accountability, empowering you to take control of your destiny and make things happen. Flying alone also involves making tough decisions and sometimes going against the grain. Eagles do not follow the crowd. They chart their own course. Similarly, you may have to make choices that are unpopular or misunderstood by others. Success often requires taking risks, thinking differently, and challenging the status quo. This can be uncomfortable and may lead to criticism or resistance from others. However, true leaders and visionaries are not afraid to stand alone if it means staying true to their beliefs and values.